Yeah, I know they look pretty bad. But anyway, what I want to do today is show you how to ferment some, cucumbers. Just get you a bag of young cucumbers, whatever. What you want to do is, I'm just going to use this here Schmucker's Natural. I put about 2 teaspoons of salt in there, dissolved it. What you want to make sure you do is cut the ends off your cucumbers, okay? And the reason you do this is because in the ends of the cucumbers there's a certain agent that will keep them from fermenting, okay? And you don't want it to do that. Now, I always like to slice my cukes at least one time. You could do it in spears, and put them down in the jar. And what you do is you just keep taking more and more. You cut the ends off. Don't wash them too much. Okay, you don't want to wash them too much. Just make sure you rinse them, well, because these things will help them ferment. Then you want to pack them into the jar. And if you need more water, just add a little more water to it so they're over the top. Then you take your cap and you put it on so it's real loose, right up to the very top dealy, and you let them sit on your counter for about 3 days. You take a taste of them if they're fermented enough for your taste, and you can put them in your fridge. They'll last for quite a while. And you can do a lot of different kind of vegetables. You're not just stuck with cucumbers. You can use sauerkraut. You can use tomatoes are really great if you ferment tomatoes. There's plenty of recipes on YouTube. These things can save your life if you've got cancers and such, and you eat fermented foods. It will get rid of the cancers. They don't know these things in the hospitals. They don't know much to do with nutrition. But if you was to eat fermented foods, if you had cancer and that's what you ate was fermented foods, it would go away in no time. It would build up your immune system. It would also be great if you did a colon cleanse, okay? But depending on how bad a cancer is, you might want to check with your doctor if a colon cleanse, and I believe it's Dr. Schultz or something like that. He sells the best, and he's healed many people of cancer just by his colon cleanses and such. So, there's these options for you. And I'll tell you what, these aren't pickled, okay? These are fermented. Pickled has vinegar. You don't want the vinegar in there. You just want salt water, and it's best to use pickling and canning salt. You don't want to use table salt. Table salt will mush you, and table salt is poison. Alright, now they came out and was talking, 40 years ago or so, where salt was bad for you, and people stopped eating salt, and they started dying, and the medical association didn't tell, people that, people were starting to die like crazy because they had no salt in them, and when they have no salt in them, their heart stops. So a lot of people started dying from that, but they didn't say anything. They've never reversed their decision on that. They just don't advertise it too much. But if you eat table salt, it's got several different chemicals in there to keep the salt from going into your cells. You don't want table salt. Always eat Himalayan salt, sea salts, things of this sort. Canning and pickling salt's great, but never, if you can avoid it at all, never eat table salt. It can kill you. The doctor said it can. So you got to have salt in yourself. If you don't have salt in yourself, and if they drop a nuke, the radiation will take a spot in your cells that salt's supposed to be taking up, okay? And if you got salt in there, it has no place for the radiation to actually dwell. So you need iodine, salt, that sort of thing. But this is going to get your immune system kicked into full effect if you'll just go ahead and ferment vegetables. I'm telling you, tomatoes are great. They really are. But, celery and peppers and everything else is just a wonderful thing as well. So enjoy these things. Please do. It'll make you so healthy you won't even believe it. Till the next video, I say see y'all later, and darling, I love you.